Hello. Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good
Yes,
morning.
sir.
Good morning. Okay, so last class we did some integration, right? So we did integration. Today we need to check our integration is working correctly or not. For that, so in last class we did integration. 1 minute. We did integration with SD, that is sales and distribution, and materials management, MM. Now we need to check whether these configurations is working or not. This configuration is working or not. Okay. How to check? For that we need to do some MM and SD end users activities. We need to do some MM and SD end user activities. So first we'll start with MM end user or MM activities. Okay, so we'll check MM activities, MM end users activities, because first we need to buy it. We need to buy the material, then that material should be in our storage, then only we can sell the product to my customer, right? So first we need to do the purchases. That is MM department. MM department is also called as purchase department. MM department is also called as, or MM module is also called as purchase module. All purchase related plannings will be done at MM level or MM module. Okay, so here to maintain the MM activities, what are the MM activities or what are the end user used to do? That is what we call as P2p cycle. P2p, or it is also called as procure to pay. Procure to pay. What is procurement or what is procure? Procure or procurement. Any idea what is procure or procurement is? Procurement means means gathering information regarding purchase. Gathering information regarding purchase. So assume that if you looking for purchase some laptops, if you are looking for purchase laptops. So first of all, so what thought you are going to, or what you are going to think about this laptop? First you need to decide which brand you need to purchase, right? So you will think about brand, right? Then price, then specification. Specification means the configuration of their particular laptop, and how to purchase online or outlet, like that. We all these things we need to think, right? So which brand I need to purchase, HP or Dell or any other Lenovo, like that. Price, so what is your price, how much budget you are having, all these things, and specification, latest specification you are looking forward. Then online, if you want to purchase through Flipkart or Amazon, or you are going to purchase with shop. Okay, so all these things is called as gathering of information, right? You are gathering the information regarding purchase. If you want to purchase the laptop, these are all things you need to think, right? Okay, in company also they used to do all this kind of information, or they are going to collect all this kind of information. Okay, so for that, so assume that one company is looking for steel rods. Assume that one company is looking for steel rods for their production. Steel rods, say example, they are looking for 100 quantity of this steel rods. 100 quantity of these steel rods they are looking for that production. Okay, what they do, they are going to think about with whom to purchase, right? Then where to store, where to receive. All this data they need to think, right? So this is thinking of all this data. It's called as P2p cycle. Means then after receiving the goods, how to make the payment, make to vendor. All these things they need to think. Okay, so this is what we call as procurement to pay. Procurement means from purchase to pay. We are having so many steps that we can see in P2p cycle. Okay, so we'll see the procurement or P2p cycle. Okay, so first in P2p cycle, first there is a document called PR. PR means purchase requisition. So what is purchase requisition? As I told you, production department looking for 100 quantity of steel rods. What they do, they don't know with whom to purchase, where to purchase, what is the price of that particular material, they don't know, right? What they do, they are going to send a request to MM department. That is what we called as purchase requisition. It is a internal request of material from production department or production module to MM department. Okay, so after receiving the request from production department, what they means MM department do, they are going to collect the price of that particular material. That is what we call as RFQ. RFQ means request for quotation. Okay, they are going to collect the price. Okay, so what is the request of quotation? Asking for latest price with vendors. Okay, once you got finalized with RFQ or price, what is the next step? That is purchase order, that is PO. Purchase order. So after finalizing the price with vendor, the company is going to place the order with that vendor. Means they are going to place the order that this much of quantity of this material we require within this date to my plant level. Okay, these are the data we are going to input in purchase order. That is what we call as purchase order. So after receiving the purchase order, vendor what will do? Vendor is going to deliver the goods to us. So that after receiving the goods, what we do? We are going to show document as GR. What is GR? GR means goods receipt. GR means goods receipt. So against purchase order, vendor is going to send the material to our plant level, of our plant. Okay, that is what we call as goods receipt. And in our system, we are going to show as goods received or goods received. Okay. Then after GR means goods received. After GR, two documents is going to generate. What are two documents? First one is finance document, finance FI document. Here we can see the total purchase value. So example, we are looking for this 100 quantity of steel rods, right? So we are looking for steel rods of 100 quantity. Okay, and vendor has quoted one quantity is cost rupees 1000. Okay, so this is the price of particular material, and the quantity and price will be get multiplied, and we'll get the value of this purchase, right? So this is purchase value, right? So that purchase value will go to finance department, because as a finance department we are going to take care of payment. We are going to take care of payment. This much of amount I need to pay to my vendor, right? This much of amount I need to pay to my vendor. So that's the reason whenever any transaction happens regarding purchase, that will come to finance department. First three document is there now: PR, RFQ and PO. So that is purely related to MM department. There is no interface with any other department. In PR or RFQ or in PO, there is no interface with finance department. There is purely for MM department. Okay. While posting the GR, the system or MM will be interface with finance department. Okay. So that's the reason integration what we did. So on that basis, the value get posted to finance department. And here second document will be created. That is what we call as MM document. Here we can see total purchased quantity. What are the quantity we purchased, that will go to MM department, and value will go to finance department. Okay. After GR, these two documents will be generated. Then fifth one, IR. What is IR? IR means invoice receipt, or it is also called as vendor invoice. After receiving the goods, vendor is going to send a bill to us. Means how much you need to pay, right? Billing is important. Okay. What is the difference between GR and IR? What is the difference between GR and IR? In GR, we can, or after GR, we can take that. After GR, balance get updated at GL level only. Balance get updated at GL level only. That is, we can see the balance in FBL 3N, GL account line item display, and we can see gross value of purchase. We can see gross value of purchase. You can see gross value of purchase. Whereas in IR, so after IR means invoice receipt. After IR, balance get updated at individual vendor account. Balance get updated at individual vendor account, as well as we can see net value payable to vendor. Net value payable to vendor. Okay, so these are the 5 steps which we maintain in MM. That is what we call as P2p cycle, or procurement to pay. So this is a request we are going to get from production department, MM department. After receiving the request, MM department will maintain the request for quotation. What is request for quotation? Request for quotation, nothing but asking for latest price of material. Price with material. So I want to know the price of this material, but this material price will be keep on changing. Raw material price will be keep on changing day to day business, or day to day, or weekly, week to week, or month to month. It will be keep on changing. That's the reason every time we need to get the quotation. And we can ask for price with many vendors, not only with one vendor. We can ask quotation for n number of vendors. Okay, we can ask for quotation for n number of vendors. Okay, then after finalizing with the price, what we do? We are going to purchase that material. What we do? We are going to purchase the material. Then after posting the order, vendor is going to receive the purchase order. Then according to that order, he is going to send the goods, or he is going to deliver the goods. And in our system, we are going to show it as a goods received, or goods received. That is what we call as GR. Then after GR, after receiving the goods, vendor is going to send the bill. That is what we call as invoice. Then after IR, we can see the balances. We can see the balances in finance level. After GR also we can see, but that would be only gross value. But after IR, we can see the balances in FI level. Okay. Okay, this is what we called as P2P cycle. Before doing all these activities, before doing all this transaction, what we need to do? We need to do some configurations. What are the configurations, and where we are going to perform all these configurations? We are going to perform all these configurations in logistics general part. Okay. The first configuration is maintain the company code for materials management. So what is this? Here I am going to mention on which year I am posting the invoices. That is, this is my present year, right? This is my present year, and on which month I am posting. Why it is 3? June is 6, right? But we are maintaining non-calendar year. Hope you remember at the beginning classes we did some fiscal year activities, right? Fiscal year related configurations we did. According to fiscal year, April is the first month, May is the second, and June is the third month. Okay, so here in this particular configurations, what we do? We are going to maintain my company codes for materials management. It means my company code, we are doing the configurations for finance level, but now we are going to integrate with some other department like MM and SD, where we are going to do some configuration. For that configurations we need to do this configuration. No, sorry, we are going to do some end user activities. For that we require this configuration. Okay, so here I need to maintain my company code, and in my company code 2021 is my present year, and 03 is my present period means month, and my 2021 is my present year again, and my previous month of that year is 02 is my June month, right? Sorry, May month. Then my 2020 is my previous year, and last month is 12. What is 12? That is March, right? March we completed, right? March we completed our previous year. The last month of previous year is 12 is March. So in this way we need to do the configuration. Then this is the first configuration. Usually in real time this will be maintained by MM people. Okay, this will be maintained by MM people, but I want to see all these activities, right? I want to see all these activities. For that I need to do this configurations. As a finance consultant, we will never touch all these things. Okay, but you should know the concept. That is very good too, and for interview it's very good. Next one, define attributes of material types. Define attributes of material types. So hope you remember, while integrating with MM department, we discussed regarding some material, right? We discussed regarding some materials, right? Let's say example, raw material, then spare parts, and we did configuration also for integration, packaging material, then trading goods, semi-finished goods, and finished goods, right? These are the configurations we did. These are the materials we took for our configuration, right? And for that material there is a standard material or standard abbreviations is there, that is called as material type. So example, raw material will be denoted by ROH, spare parts ERSA. This is a standard one, it's not my creation, standard one ERSA. Packaging material VRP, trading goods HAWA, semi-finished goods HALB, finished goods FERB. So these are the material types which maintained by MM department. This is a standard one. Okay, then one more thing is there, that is what called as valuation class. Valuation class, again this will be standard only. 3000 is for raw material, 3040 is a spare parts, 3050 is a packaging material, 3100 then HLB, 7900 and 7920 is for finished goods. Okay, so these are the valuation class. What is valuation class? It is a bridge between MM and FI. It's a bridge between MM and FI. As a finance consultant, what we do, we are going to, as a finance consultant, what we do, we are going to link our GLs. What are the GLs we created in our previous classes? So that we already assigned, right? So that we are going to link with valuation class. While creating material, this valuation class will be assigned to that material. Then whenever any transaction happens in this material, the value will get posted to that particular ledger with the help of valuation class. Okay, so we already did all these things, but you should know the process, right? That's the reason I mentioned all these things. Okay, now what is attributes? Attributes means character of this material. Means raw material we use for production purpose, right? Spare parts we use it for some other purpose. Packaging material only for packaging of that particular material, right? Trading goods means we are not going to manufacture any goods. We are going to purchase with some vendor and we are going to sell that same material to my customer, right? That is what we call as trading. Semi-finished goods means uncompleted or work in progress material is called as semi-finished goods. Then sometimes we need to purchase finished goods also. Finished goods means it is ready to sell goods, right? So ready to sell goods, that is the character of or attributes of the material. So finished goods we never purchase, right? Finished goods we never purchase. Semi-finished goods, it's already this one finished, means half finished. And trading goods, we are not going to produce that. Packaging material, we are not going to produce that. Spare parts, we are not going to produce that, right? And we are going to use for spare purpose things. And raw materials, we are not going to sell that, right? This is what we call as attributes of material, right? So what we need to do in this configuration, what we need to do, this material type is there now. This material type is I am going to assign to my plant. So all material types should be assigned to plant to evaluate the material. Material valuation always done at plant level. Material valuation always done at plant level. So plant is also called as valuation area. Plant is also called as valuation area. Valuation type will be there is two types of valuation. Two types of valuation. Number one, amount valuation, and second one, quantity valuation. Okay, as I told you, while posting the GR, we are two document is going to generate. One is quantity and value, right? So for that purpose, we need to do this configuration. For that purpose, we need to do this configuration. Okay, these are the configuration. Two configuration I need to maintain, and one more end user activity I need to create. Before going into P2p cycle, we need to create the material. Means which material I want to purchase, right? So that is what we call as material master. Means steel rod is there, no? Steel rod is, this is material, right? This is my material. Okay, in our finance, GL master is there, no? Customer master and vendor master, like that. In MM, they are called as material master. This is master data. They are called as material master. Called as material master. Okay, so we'll do this configuration in the system. We'll come to system. For configuration purpose, I'll come to IMG level. Okay, I'll go to logistic general. Then material master, IMG, in that logistic general, material master, basic settings, then maintain company code for materials management. T code OMSY. Okay, click on position. Okay, Okay, here I need to input my company code as PSD. PSD is my company code. Enter. If you observe here, there is no year and period mentioned, right? There is no year and period mentioned. Okay, this is year. I need to input my present year, right? Then June is my month. So before entering any values here, just go to your fiscal year and which are all fiscal year or what type of fiscal year you maintain, you just check. After that you can assign here. In our classes or for our company code, we maintain non-calendar year, right? Non-calendar year. That's the reason June is period called 3, right? So press enter. If you observe, all these values get updated automatically. Once you enter, input all this data and press enter, all this data has picked up automatically. Okay, this one is ABP. What is ABP? ABP stands for, if you select this one, what does it mean? Allow back posting. Allow posting for previous period. If you missed any entries in your previous months, if you missed in previous month, say example we are in June month, right? Assume that in May month you missed some entries. If you want to post the entries in previous months, you need to select this one. DBP means do not back posting. Okay, usually you need to select it. Save. This is very important configurations. Without doing these configurations, we cannot proceed in MM level. Save this. Okay, now come to material types and open it. Second one is define attributes of material types. Define attributes of material type. Okay, so reconnect, we'll discuss. Okay, so we'll continue. Different attributes of material types. So T code is OMS2. For this maintain company codes for materials management, T code is OMS5. Okay, just click on define attributes of material types. As we discussed, we are having so many material types, and for example wise, we took some 6 material types. As a finance consultant, we never work in this area. Okay, for doing this P2p cycle, we require all this configuration. That's the reason we are going to do the configuration in logistic general. Okay, here these are the material types which MM peoples maintain. What we do, we are going to use the standard one. We are not going to create any material types here. For that, click on position, material type ROH, press enter. See here, ROH means raw material, right? This is a predefined or it's a SAP standard material types. Okay, select ROH. What I do, I'm going to assign this material type to my plant. So first select this and double click on quantity and value updating. First you need to select this material type by clicking this box, then double click on quantity or value updating. Okay, we'll get screen like this. There click on position. Okay, you will get the warning message. But ignore that, press enter, and it will ask for valuation area. For which valuation area you are going to maintain the quantity and value updating. As I told you, valuation area nothing but plant. In our previous classes we had created plant, right? If you not remember, just go to OX10, T code is OX10, and then input your plant. Yes, PSP1 is my plant, right? So I'm going to select PSP1 here, or I'm going to input PSP1 here. Okay, then press enter. Okay, for my plant I need to select quantity update and select value update. Again, these two checkboxes is there, but no, do not select these two checkboxes because it is related to pipeline material. It is related to pipeline. Pipeline means material which we are going to purchase through pipes. So example, diesel, petrol, electricity, these are all called pipeline material. So don't worry about all these things, just you need to select these two checkboxes, quantity updating and value updating. Click on save. Okay, for raw material we did, come back, position, click on position, then material type FERT, enter. FERT means finished to product. Select FERT and double click on quantity or value updating. Sorry, we'll get the screen. Then click on position, valuation area PSP1, there is plant, press enter. For my plant, select quantity update and select value update, save. Okay, like that you need to do the same procedure for all remaining material. Okay, so I'll do it later. Now we'll go to, these are the two configurations which we need to maintain. Okay, now we'll come to easy access level. Okay, now I'll go to logistics in easy access. Accounting part is later will come because after this integration I need to test, right? After we did configurations in integration, now I need to check whether this configuration is working or not, right? So for that I need to go to logistics part, then materials management, then purchasing, materials master I integrate, right? Materials master, then material, create general, MM01 immediately, MM01 immediately. Okay, double click on it. Okay, for creating material we are going to use the T code MM01. Okay, here I'm going to give the material name as PSD steel rods, or you can use caps also, no problem. Steel rods. Okay, industry sector, in which industry you are going to create the material. So I'm going to select mechanical engineering. There are many industry sectors are there. If you want, you can select any any industry sector. So I'm selecting here mechanical engineering, or if you don't want to use this one, we're having so many industry type, like steel industry is there, mining, mechanical, many things are there. So I'm going to select mechanical engineer. Okay, then material type, which material you are going to create, whether it's a raw material, finished goods, like that. Okay, so here I'm going to create raw material. Here I'm going to create raw material, that is ROH, right? ROH. And we are not having any existing material, so that's the reason I'm not going to use this option, change number, or these two options I'm not going to use. Press enter. Once you enter, you will get screen like this. You will get screen like this. There we need to enter some data, and in which are all views we are going to enter. Say I am going to select basic data 1 and 2. Okay. Basic data 1 and 2. Then as a raw material, as I told you, we are not going to sell that raw material, so sales part is not required. Purchasing is required. Purchase order text is required. MRP 1 and 2. What is MRP? MRP means material requirement planning. So I'll let you know what is that. Then apart from that, general plant data storage 1 and 2. Then accounting 1. Okay. So materials will be linked with many departments. Materials will be linked with many departments. So example, basic data 1 and 2 is related to MM department. Purchase order text is also linked to our suitable for MM department. MRP is linked with MRP 1 and 2 is linked with production department. Okay, so production means material requirement plan. Whenever they require the material, they are going to send the request to MM department. That is what MM department, MRP. General plant data storage, it is related to MM again. Then accounting, that's financial accounting, right? Materials will be created in this way. This is what we call as views. Right? So while creating vendor master record or customer master record, we come across fields, right? We come across with many fields like company code data, general data, sales data, like that. Here, instead of fields, it is called as views. Okay. So just press enter, and it will ask for which plant you want to create the material. Okay, materials always comes under plant only. Then whenever you purchase material, where do you want to store this material? So I need to mention storage location. Press enter. Okay, here my material has come here. So I need to mention the description here. Say example, this is my steel rods. Okay, this is my description. Then base of unit measure. What is unit measure? How we are going to measure this material? Whether it is a piece, whether it's a kg, or whether it's a liter, like that. Base of unit measure. Again, it will be maintained by SAP. If you press F4, you will get a number of unit of measures. According to that, you can select according to your requirement, or according to this material you can select. For here, I am going to select each. Okay, each. Then material group, steel, which comes under which group? So we are having groups. Press F4. See here, steels. We are having steel here. So I'll select this one. Okay, this data is not required. Okay, here how much it weighs? One steel rods, the gross weight of that is, I say, about 2 kg, right? 2 kg, and 2 kg is net weight. And the unit will be kg. Okay, these are the data we need to input in basic data 1. Next we'll come to basic data 2. No need to input anything here. And this our data is not required this is into sales, right? We'll come to next level. Okay, next come to purchasing. There I need to input purchasing group. Purchasing group not created. So what I'll do, press F4 and just select anyone purchasing group. Okay, purchasing group you can select. Okay, already material group and unit of measure is there. Then purchase order text, click on purchase order text. What is text? Text means in which language you are going to maintain the material. Okay, so I am going to maintain the material in English language. Okay, Then click on MRP1. As I told you, MRP will be related to MRP is related to PPA, production department. There we need to input MRP type. What is MRP type? Material requirement planning type. As of now, we are not having any planning, right? So no need to maintain all these things because it is very much related to production department. As a finance consultant or a finance department, will never touch MRP, right? Sorry. Okay, so MRP type, what we do? We are going to select ND. That is no planning. Okay, means we are not having any planning from PP department. So I'm not going to input any data here. Then click on MRP 2. There I need to input planned delivery time. So what is planned delivery time? If you want to purchase the material or if you want to sell the materials, how many days you will take to deliver the material? How many days you will take the time to deliver the goods? Say example, 5 days. Okay, next, planned data storage, not required here. Storage 1 is not required. Come to storage 2. Here we are going to assign profit center, but as of now we are not maintained any profit center, so I'm not going to input any data here. Planned data storage is not required. Then I'll come to accounting 1. Accounting 1, valuation class, as I told you, valuation class, right? So here I'm creating raw material, right? Here I'm creating raw material. So valuation class should be 3000, right? So this is predefined valuation class. Then we need to input some price, moving price. I'm going to maintain 1000 rupees per piece or per each. Steel rod, each will cost 1000 rupees. That's the reason we need to mention unit of measure. Now save this. Just a moment. Now my material has been saved. Okay, if you want to do any changes in created material, go to MM02. MM01 is a creation and MM02 is a modification. Then if you want to see the or view the or display the material master which you created, go to MM03. These are the important T codes you need to remember while creating material. Okay, now we'll do the P2p cycle. So all the required configuration is completed. Now we'll go with the P2p cycle. Now we'll start with PR. Okay, so for that, what are the configurations we require? Already we did. So just one overview will give. To do the P2p cycle, configurations required or configurations requirement. So number 1, plant. We already have the plant, right? Next, storage location. We already created the storage location, no need to maintain it again, right? Then purchasing organization. All these things we created under enterprise structure. Then centralized vendor we already created. Okay, so that's the reason already we had created. That's the reason I told you two configurations what we required to maintain. All these things we required, and although we did all these things also, right? We did all these things, and at the enterprise structure level we created these 3 configuration. At the AP level we created our centralized vendor. Now we'll work on P2p cycle. First we'll go to PR. PR stands for purchase requisition. Okay, for that I'll come to easy access, logistics, materials management, purchase requisition, ME51 and create. ME51 and create. Okay, so here sorry. So here I'll give the material. No need to change anything here in your system. If you are going to practice, no need to change anything here, because there will be standard type will be there. You can use that one, but here we are having some issues with the standard one. That's the reason I took some other type. Okay, material. Just press F4, we'll get the screen like this. There I need to input my client PSP1. As I told you, materials will be created under plant, right? So for searching the material, we need to use plant. So PSP1. Okay, we are having steel rods here. Okay, text will taken automatically. How many quantity you require, or how much quantity you require? 100 quantity. Unit of measure each. Then when you are looking for delivery, say example, I am looking the delivery by this month end or 30th of June. Material group, I will take the standard one, that is 100101. For which plant you are looking for the delivery, PSP1, and where you are going to store, I need to input the storage location. If you observe here I never mention any price, right? Here I never mention price, and I'm never mentioning my vendor, right? That's the reason it is called as internal request of material from production department to MM department. Production department is looking for this material of 100 quantity. They are looking the delivery within this date. Then for this plant they are required, and in particular location they are going to store, right? Here if you observe, there is no much data is there. There is no much data is there, right? There is no much data. Only the information is that this much of quantity of this material looking for. And the storage location will be this. Okay. Now click on check. There is no issue, or there is no error. Click on check and click on save. So okay, the purchase requisition number has been created. This is my purchase requisition number. Okay, now after getting this request, what MM people will do? They are going to get the quotation from vendor. Okay, for that we'll come to RFQ or quotation. Request for quotation. ME41. ME41 is my T code to maintain the RFQ document. Just enter into the document. RFQ type, that will pick automatically. RFQ date, today's date it will take. Then RFQ quotation deadline. What is quotation deadline? So I can give some time to my vendor. To give the quotations. Okay, because we are in immediate requirement of that particular material. So I require the quotation within some 2 days or within some 3 days, right? So for that I can give the quotation. Say example, on 15th of June I require the quotation. I am posting the quotation for that particular material, but I require the quotation within this date. I require the quotation with this date. Okay. Then for which purchase organization? PSPO, I think. We'll check in the system. PSPO. Yes, PSPO. Then purchasing group, we not maintain purchasing group. 000. This item category, what is item category? The standard one. We are having so many item categories like subcontracting, third party and services. We are not going to cover all these things. So only I take standard one. So that is blank. Okay, delivery type is T. T means day format. 1 minute. Okay. Delivery date. If everything is okay, means protection is okay for us, then I require the delivery within this date. Okay, then plant, which plant you are going to receive? PSP1, storage location, RM, material group, this one. Enter. Okay, so it will ask for collective number. Collective number means whenever you require to recollect this data, with the help of this number we can recollect. So I am going to give PS1. Any number you can give here. Any number you can give. Press enter. It will come to this level. There I need to input my material. Okay, just now I created the material. Select this material. Then how much quantity you require? 100 quantity, or quotation for how much quantity, right? 100 quantity. Just press enter. Okay. So within this date, if everything is okay, I require delivery by this date. Now I need to input my vendor here. See here, vendor column is blank. To input the vendor, just click on this vendor address button. Click on vendor address button or press F7. Will come to like this screen. There vendor, just press F4 and input your company code PSD. And we had created. Okay, I think not created. Let me check. Okay, I can take. No. Okay, not. This centralized vendor are not created. Just I'll create them. Just now I'll create and we'll assign that. Okay. To create the vendor, go to T code XK01. Already we did this one, right? XK01. Vendor column leave blank, company code PSD, then purchase organization PSPO, account group PSDV. Or FV, anything you can take. Okay, here I'll give company as a title and name PSD CNTR vendor. Okay, 0 Bangalore, India, okay, press enter. All these things you know. Okay, now it has been created. Now I'll go to purchase requisition, quotation deadline, delivery date, enter material quantity 100. Okay, then click on address button, vendor address button here, then vendor, centralized vendor we had created, right. I'll select centralized vendor, press enter. See here, now I can able to see the vendor address and click on save. Okay, now RFQ has been created. 60000000130. Okay, this is my RFQ number. Okay, next, once I got the quotation from vendor, what I'll do, I'm going to post the purchase order. So I'll go to purchase order, path easy access, logistics, materials management, purchasing, purchase order, create. T code is ME21N. Here I need to input my vendor here. Okay, press enter. This is my vendor. Or else we can do one more option. Come little bit right side. I'll scroll down to right side. There we are having RFQ column, right? RFQ column means with the reference of RFQ we can post the purchase invoice. So select RFQ. So here press F4, will get document date, means on which date you posted the document. I am giving today's date. Okay, I think this is my RFQ number, and I'll input. This is not right. This is not RFQ number. This is purchase requisition outline agreement. RFQ date. This is RFQ. Yeah, this is my RFQ number. So just input RFQ number and press enter. What will happen? So all the data is going to pick up. Only thing, the price is not there, right? Because at the RFQ we never mentioned the price, right? And remaining things like vendor, materials, quantity, all got picked up from RFQ. So here I am mentioning 1000 rupees. Okay, so here I am getting one error. Maintain tolerance limit for tolerance key P. Okay, so once you got the error, let me check. Okay, see here, click on check button. Here is a check button. Click on check button. Then click on maintain tolerance limit for tolerance key P. If you want to know the detail of that particular error, just click on this question mark. So you will get screen like this. Maintain tolerance limit for tolerance key P. And so the system try to check whether your entries are within the certain tolerance limit. It could not do this because the limit of tolerance key displayed have not maintained. Okay, then if you want to solve this error, just click on set tolerance limit. Okay, it will directly come to that particular configuration. See, this yellow line is highlighted, no? That is, that configuration is missing. It is related to materials management. Okay, so we'll solve that. It's very simple. Just click on that. Tolerance key is P, right? The price variance. What is that price variance? While creating material, we mentioned some price. While creating material, we maintained or we input some price, right? If in purchase order, if that price is differs from purchase order to material, then I need to maintain one tolerance limit. If my price is differs from material and purchase order, then I need to maintain this tolerance key. Okay, so I'll select this tolerance key, means I'm going to select this tolerance key, then click on copy or press F6. No need to change anything, just you need to change the company code, just that's it. No need to change anything here, just you need to change your company code, press enter and save, that's it. Very simple, don't worry about all these things, just copy from the standard one and save it to your company code. Okay, now the error is solved. Come back to purchase order. Okay, now again click on check. Okay, now it is shows again because it is not updated in this level. So what I need to do, I need to come out from this purchase order and again I re-enter into purchase order. Again I'll input all data or RFQ data I'm going to input. RFQ number I'll going to input. This is my RFQ number, enter, and all data get copied from or get picked from RFQ. Only thing I need to mention is price. Okay, enter. Now there is no error, I think. Click on check and save. Okay, see 45000 19254. Okay, so what I will do, we'll stop here today and tomorrow at same time we'll continue. Okay, tomorrow at same time we'll continue 10:30.
Sir,
Ah,
1 second, one doubt, sir.
Yeah.
A purchase order, once it's reflected, no, sir. It's you entered manually, it's automatically system take on.
no, it is entered manually. The price is entered manually.
Can you, sir, entered? Price is entered manually. I not see that tab, sir, actually.
Sorry?
I not see that entered manually details, sir.
Okay, entered the price is entered manually because in RFQ we never mention the price, right? That's the reason the price should be entered manually. Remaining things will be picked from the system. RFQ, picked from RFQ.
It's automatically take as a ledger, sir.
No, it is not a ledger. This is not coming to finance as of now. After GR only it comes to finance level. It's a purely MM document, materials document. Okay. It is purely MM document. Hello? Hello?
Sir,
Uh-huh. Yes, tell me.
this value taken, sir. It's you entered or it's how it is came?
This one, no? While RFQ created, right?
Yes, sir.
RFQ created, no? I input
Yes.
this RFQ number here. RFQ number
Okay.
I entered here, and what are the data we maintained in RFQ
Okay.
that got picked up here in purchase order. That got picked up.
Okay, in down, sir, that gross price, cash, discount.
This one is automatically come. This one is
Automatically come.
Yes.
Okay,
No
sir.
need
Okay,
to
sir.
maintain. Only you need to input this price only. You need to input in this price only.
Okay.
Hmm?
Price and RFQ number.
First you need to input RFQ number. Okay, RFQ number you need to input.
Okay.
Then press enter and all this data will pick from RFQ and this price will be
Okay.
maintained or price need to enter manually.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll continue at 10:30 only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay then, bye.
Bye, sir.